The McElroy brothers are not experts, and their advice should never be followed. Travis insists he's a sexpert, but if there's a degree on his wall, I haven't seen it. Also, this show isn't for kids, which I mention only so the babies out there will know how cool they are for listening. What's up, you cool baby?
1, 2, 3, 4. It's the start of something beautiful. A small acquaintance has blossomed, it's ripened into a precious friendship. I could have never seen what was coming for me. Hangs at the skate park, hangs by the beach. My life, it feels like it's better with you. My life, it's better with you. This is true. It's better with two. My life, it's better with you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to My Brother, Me, an advice show for the modern era. I'm your oldest brother, Justin McElroy.
What up, Trav Nation? I'm your middlest brother, woof woof, big dog, Travis McElroy.
Interesting. So that's going to keep being a thing this year.
Woof, woof.
Sometimes it's a turning of the page.
Justin, I love Trav Nation.
Yeah, we can't leave Trav Nation. We closed our borders.
That's it. Also, like, that's all our listenership now is juice. Like, you can feel grumpy about that if you must, but
we
all
welcome
have
in
is
new
Trav
people.
Nation.
Important to know, we have a semi-permeable barrier around Trav Nation.
Yes.
Semi-permeable borders. We welcome in new. Don't let out old. That is
It's
important.
weird.
It's kind of the reverse.
It is a prison
And
colony.
the territory's not getting bigger.
No, it's not a prison colony, Justin. It's a haven. It's safe in here.
Woof, woof.
Long enough have your politicos tried to convince the people of Trav Nation that they are citizens when they are, in fact, prisoners.
I don't want to hear this anti-Trav Nation propaganda, sir. It's safe
Woof,
in
woof,
here.
Trav.
It's better.
Woof, woof, Trav Nation is Griffin. Hi.
I knew your father, and he would be so ashamed of what you have done here with this penal colony, Trav Nation.
Penis
Your
colony.
father, were he alive today to see this, would be ashamed of the man you have become.
Listen, my father's rule of Trav Nation was weak. You know this. He was Chew. He allowed everything.
Why did he insist on calling it Trav Nation?
You have to stop clapping at jokes,
I have
Justin.
to stop clapping
you
at
have
jokes.
to stop clapping
I have to
at
stop clapping
jokes.
at jokes.
Hey, happy 20
Sometimes we get
Fungalore,
you-
everybody. How are you observing so far?
Well, so far, the wizard has cast a darkness spell over our brother and his laboratory of
I'm
laughs.
back.
Hey,
Hi,
new
Juice.
business idea. Instead of the clapper,
Hey,
when
can
you
we
flip
vote on
off
the
the
clapper?
sensor, it turns the lights on and off.
Can we vote on the clapper?
That's a no from me.
Thumbs-
It really
thumbs down.
it
Thumbs
interrupts
down.
the flow.
It
a
feels
lot.
like it interrupts the flow. But if I go to unplug the clapper, that would be yet another interruption. So I think this is going to be kind of a goodbye, farewell to a friend. This episode.
Yeah.
It'll be
Goodbye.
fun. At the end of the year, we should do like an in memoriam reel of all the, we can do all the bits we thought would work, it didn't, all the goofs that failed, all the
See,
my
but this is the
jokes that
thing.
you guys don't acknowledge.
I don't bring a lot of new. I try to sort of perfect the craft of some of the original material of the show. And Travis comes in with a lot of puzzles, riddles, and games. And Justin's got gizmos and gadgets galore over there. He's always introducing some new electronic delight, some new soundboards.
I have my beloved cast of characters. Travis
Yeah.
has the work that he does beforehand, all
Yeah.
the great skits and bits and games and puzzles, turn it into a regular goddamn highlights.
Yeah.
magazine
And
every
Griffin's
year.
the glue that just
And yet
sits there
Griffin-
stuck in his ways.
I'm the
this-
audience surrogate. I enjoy your bits, and I tell the audience
Do
whether or not
you?
it's okay to laugh
Yes.
at them.
Do you,
I
Griffin?
I do. I love doing this show.
Yes.
Some of the bits aren't good. That doesn't mean I don't have a good time
You
listening
have the
to them.
capacity to enjoy my bits, one might say.
Sometimes your bits have the capacity to delight me. It's a
Ooh.
two-way street, Trav.
Do you know how? Can I talk about something real quick, Trav? I am scandalized that I bought you a specific Wonka Mad Libs book,
Yeah.
delivered, hand delivered via courier to your home, and you still have not treated us to any Wonka Mad Libs. Does it?
I have
did you?
it right here next to my desk. I keep
I
it as
don't
a
know-
totem.
Okay, well, I mean, as long as you've got it on hand,
Yeah,
then
it's
it
always
makes it a little
there.
easier. Okay,
We
good.
can't generate this Mad Libs now on the show. You must know that,
No,
though,
no,
right?
no.
Both of you
I
boys.
just want to voice our disappointment because we did go see Wonka.
We did.
We did. This is
did.
also, I would say, farewell to the Clapper and farewell to Wonka. So we're certainly going to be talking about the Candyman and his works in the first half of the show
We're going to be we've got our live field report from it would have been like 11:30 or midnight at the Pullman Square Plaza. We went and saw the last showing after our kids were asleep, like 3 totally cool, totally normal adult men. Just 3 adult men.
So normal men.
Yeah, let's roll that beautiful beam footage. I don't remember what we said, most of it, but
no, we might have been. So let's say high on the energy.
Yeah.
Of the Wonka.
High on energy and Wonka brand gummies. Which were just a delight and a surprise and a nightmare.
I found last night, out to dinner, I found in my pocket the half-empty bag of Magic Wonka hats. Still there. And I was like, oh, Wonka left me a treat. And then I reached into the other jacket pocket, and I found a tin of weed mints. And I thought, man, Wonka does everything now. He's leaving all kinds of candy in my jacket.
So let's go to that live report now, and we'll be back after. It's 11:39 p.m. All right, we just left the Wonka movie.
So, did you guys cry during the movie Wonka?
I did not cry. I felt emotions for a second, but I'm also pretty stoned.
I didn't like it very much. I didn't think it was very good. I didn't think the movie was very good.
Griffin, from my vantage point, and maybe we're talking a difference of seat angles, but from my vantage point, it was a big-hearted, relentlessly entertaining adventure for everybody.
That's so weird, because for me, it was a nonstop thrill ride with intrigue. There was crime.
No, I'm being serious, man. I was relentlessly entertained.
I could feel the energy shift in the room, and I knew I was going to be alone on an island. Here, as we walked back to the car, I just didn't...
Hey, Griffin, I don't want to leave you out there. It fucking sucks, man.
Thank you so much, Travis. Oh, man, I felt so strange for a moment. Yeah, I'll tell you what, there were some highlights for me. There were some good goofs in there. Damn. You got more than a few chuckles out of me. Yep. And there was 2 good songs in there, but one of them was pure imagination. So that's cheating the system, I feel like.
Well, final score, I liked it.
I give it like maybe a 5.8 out of 10.
Just to set the table for conversation, I was not expecting a story about a man who poisons his way across London town.
Yes. It seems at some points to be professing that his chocolates could replace perhaps some sort of prescription drug you're taking for, I don't know, whatever. But here you go. Eat this chocolate. Have a supplement instead.
The supplements can do a lot of stuff for you. They can create ideas out of whole cloth in your brain. That's incredible. That's amazing. They can make you have a sort of psycho-erotic adventure, and at the end of which you go to sleep so the man can steal the giraffe milk.
They can also force you into a hallucinatory state where you're living in a show, like in a stage show.
Another wonderful thing is in this musical number where Willy Wonka does crime around the city, not just poisoning, but some poisoning. He gives everybody a musical candy that takes them one layer deeper into the musical that they were already doing. If they had eaten the same musical candy in the musical, I fear they would have ended up in some sort of limbo state.
I'm also, listen, big spoiler, but Wonka and a small child almost die in some chocolate. They definitely soak in it for a while.
Yeah.
And within 30 seconds, they open up the fountain and they say, hey, everybody,
drink it.
Eat this chocolate we were just soaking in.
Eat this chocolate. It is my body. Eat this chocolate. I zested it with me, Willy Wonka, the chocolate man.
Every inch of me was in this chocolate.
My balls and everything in these loose London trousers have been soaking in this chocolate. It was diluted a great deal. It was a tremendous amount of chocolate.
And listen, I was under there for a while. I thought I was going to die. There's no way I was being polite with whatever my bowels are.
Oh, I evacuated my bowels in the chocolate trap for sure.
My chocolate.
I do want to give a shout out. There was a couple sitting in front of us on what must have been a pretty good date because my man pulled out his phone quite a bit during the film, more than once to take a picture of the screen or maybe a video. He may have been bootlegging Wonka.
Okay, I had the best though was the lady who was with had her phone on like 100% brightness. So I like 2 rows down, and it was plainly obvious what she was doing on her phone because it was during the film. Literally 2 minutes in, I scoped that this lady's on Wikipedia page of Timothy Chalamet.
I gotta know about this guy right now.
Hot woman sits down and she is 30 seconds in. She is like, who in the fuck is that?
That same couple in this 2-hour movie left an hour and a half in. They watched the first hour and a half, and then they're like, I get it.
I've never seen it. Yeah, 90 minutes in, these people are like, okay, I get it. I gotta be honest, though, from where I sat, I had no idea what was going to happen every 5 minutes of this movie. Yeah, it seems to be concerned about something different.
Yeah, every time you think, I bet he's about to make the factory. Another spoiler alert, that doesn't happen until the last 24 seconds of the movie. So I hope you don't come in here expecting to see a bunch of magical machines. Without the chocolate factory, he's just a strange man. So that's an 8-star rating from me. And 10, it sounds like 10 from Juice. I'll say this, those Wonka hats, the gummy Wonka hats, those fuck.
Yeah. But the whole movie's about chocolate.
Yeah, it's really
all I wanted was chocolate.
I was dying, guys. I went out there and got a bunch of snow caps.
Did you really? Just had to get your fix.
Something, man.
Sometimes you just don't vibe with a film, and that's okay. And I don't have to.
Rich Fulcher was a dream. Matt Lucas was a dream.
Absolutely. There were a lot of standout performances in this film, and a lot of great characters, and a lot of just sort of some of the wildest work I think I've seen from Mr. Keegan-Michael Key. Yep. Not entirely his fault that his whole plotline is some of the wildest depictions of a fat person since, I would say, Mike Myers tried his hand at such a role with a less than deft hand.
And someone with, frankly, some sort of compulsion issue that's very funny.
This film wanted to say a lot of stuff about the nature of addiction and religion and capitalism, but it just got a little tripped up on itself along the way.
10 out of 10, Oscar Bates.
It really left me high and dry. Good night.
Thanks, bye.
I think that sums it all up.
Yeah.
What more is there to say? Run, don't wonk. No, don't need to run. It's going to come to streaming in February.
I will say wonk or don't wonk. Just stay home and Wonka will come to you. That's the great thing about movies these days is you don't have to go to Wonka. Wonka comes to you if you wait long enough.
Wonka comes for us all in the end.
Wonka, thank you. I wish the end result of Wonka had been a worse movie. I will say that a worse, funnier movie.
That's interesting.
It didn't quite reach the I was hoping for debacle, and we didn't quite get there. But hey, it's been a lot of fun talking about Wonka. I'm going to miss it this year, but we got a lot of new things to move on to. Like this is an advice show, for example.
That's new.
Give people advice. Yeah, that's new. What feels like most days while I work, I can hear little kids playing not too far from my window. I'm surprised these children are cursing like sailors at seemingly all business hours of the day, seeming to scream curses just for the joy of it. I think it's kind of funny, and I'm a guy who enjoys cursing on occasion, but it's beginning to get embarrassing to explain to my clients and coworkers that the loud expletives they can hear are coming from these seemingly stray adolescents and not from my own household. How do I either dissuade these kiddos from belting the loudest swears ever outside my window? I'm a very tall, middle-aged man, so there's a bit of trepidation around the prospect.
There's a little bit. Oh, yeah, okay.
It's a tremendous amount.
There's a huge amount of trepidation around the prospect of just approaching stray children. Sound insane.
Yes.
Sound insane. Fear of foul-mouthed fledglings in Flint. I don't know why people continue to write tongue twisters for me in this year of our Lord 2024. I can twist my tongue all on my own without your
This is the thing about Trap Nation, Juice, is that they love the games and riddles and twisters and little traps and mazes.
It's the only way they can escape.
It's the only way they can finish the maze. And Justin, now you're caught up in it. They're weaving one for you too, pal.
This morning, BB, before leaving for school, I'm not exactly sure why, but started talking about at school we're not allowed to say the B word or the P word or the F word. And I said, what are those? And the P word was pissed, which, okay. The B word was busted. And the F word was freak.
Busted?
Busted. Like, you're about to get busted. I don't know why. Maybe the children like to tease each other with getting in trouble.
This sounds like a confection of a young mind.
And then she said to me, like this delivery, are any of those cuss words? And I loved it so much.
I think it's time. Maybe I can get this going on the ground here in DC that we take piss down from a Schedule 1 curse word.
Yeah.
And we just like, for me, it is on the same level as like, dang. Like, for me, it's not, it has lost all of its power.
Would you encourage your kids to say piss?
Yeah.
Mine does. That's sort of.
Where do you think mine learned it?
When Henry wants to cut loose, when Henry's had a long day at the office and wants to cut loose at the end, he'll say piss once or twice just to like test out the waters. That's his weapon of choice.
I just want to say, like, don't our teachers have enough to worry about? That, like, sometimes, like, BB tells me that she's not allowed to say, like, butt or, like, fart or stuff. Like, hey, teachers, you're off the hook for that one.
Leave those kids alone.
The only thing that cheered the girls up after Griffin, after Henry and Gus left my home after the Christmas holidays, the only thing that cheered the girls up is after you guys left and the door shut, the first thing out of Cooper's mouth was, Charlie, we can curse again. And Charlie went, fuck! And Cooper went, shit!
I love that.
And then balls! And
I
then
appreciate the restraint
the whole day long.
If he learns about a word, the extent to which he says piss, guys, if he learned about the other ones, that would be the whole day for
I would strongly encourage you. I took off the, I kind of took off the restrictor pretty early and just encouraged them to say what thou wilt. I do wish I'm struggling with the nuance.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm struggling with the nuance of teaching my 5-year-old why, when I ask her to do something, it's not okay to flip me off and call me bitch. Because
Juice, that's a small
the individual actions, right? I have encouraged through laughter.
That's the problem, Jamie. Yes, right? Is I've seen this happen to you, and your response is like, you can't do that. And it's not. It's not.
I challenge
great.
Anybody. I challenge the two of you. If Cooper looks at you and says, it calls you a bitch and flips you off.
No, I'm powerless to that.
You're gonna bust up. It's good.
Yeah.
It's
good. This is where Therese and I've tried to develop like a certain amount of like eye contact laughter, where you just make eye contact and your eyes widen a bunch, but the rest of your face stays set in stone. And that's like acknowledging like we both know that what just happened, if we laugh at this, it's the rest of the day.
What's hard is when there's the disconnect between like, fuck, this is really funny, but Cindy looks really mad.
Yeah.
I gotta try to play. And usually it's reverse. Like I'll spy her like laughing at one of the children shaming me.
This is the issue. This conversation, little fraught, but if you don't have these hard conversations, you do end up with kids who cuss nonstop while playing and yelling through your walls, and it's that situation's no good because some of us are trying to get business done in here.
Can you yell out your window like I'm calling Santa and see if that has any, or like
That's cool.
Ooh, don't call Santa. Be Santa. Be Santa. Santa has to live somewhere.
I heard you say shit. At my summer home, children cursing here on sacred ground.
I'm trying to steal people's money with hedge funds or whatever.
What?
It's whatever. I don't know what people do for jobs or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Santa doesn't have a job.
What's he do the rest of the year?
Meditates.
Ah.
He's in spiritual study, trying to get closer in tune with the deities that give him his immortality and power.
You've been watching the Rankin Bass Life and Times of Santa Claus. Okay. When he gets the immortality from the gods. Yes. Classic. He's raised by a lion in that one, in case anyone's wondering.
Kids cursing is always additive. No one is upset during your business meeting about these kids cursing so loudly. Maybe.
Unless you run like a camp for Christian children.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like.
Even then, if you're calling to do business, you're establishing a need right there. If you're like, maybe with more funding, we could get them to stop saying fuck so much.
Would a tasteful sign help? Maybe
that's
taste
Or would a
interesting.
sign
would
help? Like if you set
the
up
children-
a cursing zone?
Curse-free zone. And then you put a character the kids like on there, like Bart Simpson.
Yeah, that dude loves to curse.
Hey, man. No cursing, dude.
It's
Shit,
okay
guys,
to say fuck, man.
I'm sorry to
But only over
derail.
here.
Sorry to derail, but a line of merchandise of us in the Bart Simpson style with signs saying this is a no cursing zone. No cursing zone, dude.
Yeah.
Like if we could put that together. Damn,
We
Christmas
should have-
was just shit. Can we do Christmas
I know.
again so we can get all that money?
Yeah, we're going to miss out on that great gift-giving opportunity. I think we've helped as much as we could.
Yeah, I
There's
think so,
nothing. Put up a sign will help. Yet again, signs to the rescue.
Maybe like
Thank
a
you so
soundproof
much.
booth that they can cuss to their heart's content inside of. And also at some
we
point a
had it
fan
at
kicks
sign.
on and money blows around. If they
That's
curse
cool.
enough in there, they can catch some dollar bills.
What about like a little box that you can say your cusses into, and then you can close up the box? You keep that on your desk. This is your cussing area. You can cuss inside of this little box, like a bell, like a diving bell that goes over your head.
Well,
And
what
then you
happens
can
when it
just
gets
cuss as
full?
much- of cussing?
Yeah.
You point it at the sun and you launch it. You blast it. Do you guys want to go to the wizard?
Yes,
Yeah, I
please.
love that, Graf. Thank you.
A lot of people have been asking if Fungalore is the wizard. I'm not ready to answer that.
No, he's just Fungalore.
Yeah, he's just
Fungalore.
Fungalore. Griffin can't make that kind of decision. He doesn't have the power to chain in Fungalore.
No, nor would I. I'm just saying Diana did send this in. And
Valid
so-
interpretation, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh,
It's how to show off your muscles without it seeming intentional.
thank you.
Are you looking
let me get my notepad.
Are you looking to impress friends, a date, or people at work? 0 for 3, WikiHow. None applicable. Do you want everyone to notice your hard work in the gym without seeming like an arrogant jerk? Take these less obvious routes to get them to see the gun show.
Okay. I'm trying to think about who I like to impress with my muscles.
That's a great question. I mean,
I can speak to that because when he was at my home, Travis made me feel his muscles.
That is true.
So
yeah.
I did. I mean,
What'd you think?
I can speak to
What'd you
that.
think?
no, I mean,
What did you
normally,
think?
If I'd been anybody else, it would have been weird. But
Yeah.
as your brother,
Yeah.
it was super weird.
I appreciate the strength update.
Yeah.
It is important to me to know physical strength where we are at. You've always
Okay.
been above. Now you're way up.
Well, the thing is, Justin, we spend a lot of time together, both professionally and socially, and I want you to feel safe. I want you to know that,
it
like,
just made me.
I
it
could
made me
bodyguard
feel-
you out of any venue. If we get swarmed by our millions and millions of Trav Nation fans, I can
Yeah.
carry you to the limo that we always pile into.
right.
It makes me happy that I've sewn so many invisible, emotional, and psychic prisons around you, entwining you to me. Because, like, physically, I'm not going to be able to dominate you.
Yeah,
like,
if
I'm not going to be able to bring it.
If there had been a strong Beatle, if there had been a strong member of the Beatles, all that sort of hard day's night, hard time that they got of people chasing them around and trying to get them would not have been an issue if Paul was super strong.
Do you think? Okay, Paul would. Okay, I wouldn't enjoy it.
Which is
if
the
Paul-
strong Beatle? Is that the question?
My question is, like, none of them are strong. You look at them. I don't think any of them are the
But
strong.
who was
Beatle,
the
right?
strongest?
I don't care who's the strongest. I'm saying it would have been awesome if there was one super muscly, like if Ringo had been like a super huge muscly dude.
Ringo's too obvious.
Yeah, I think
People would
George
say-
Harrison is the answer.
Ooh,
You think George
that's
Harrison?
Interesting.
To answer to what?
Well,
What is the
I
question
think that
you're
when you're
asking?
going
Who's
through
the strongest Beatle?
Yeah, when you're going through the lineup and you're like, what's the identifying factor of each of these, right? I'm hard pressed to be like, what's George Harrison's like defining feature? And if it was just like, oh, underneath, he was ripped as shit, I would just love that.
This was the problem. This is why Pete Best had to go. He was too big.
strong. Too
Pete
strong.
Best.
Fans
he
couldn't
was
get
right there in
close
the
to
name.
him.
It was right there in the name. The other 4 Beatles were like, we can't fucking hang with this dude. This
big.
dude's the best. Oh wait, are we about to see a rip picture of Paul McCartney?
No, super quick. I just did a little bit of quick research on, and Cora was there for me. Another person asked this exact thing.
Yeah,
In 2020. Now, ChatGPT attempts to answer it, is not successful.
no. They're like, who's the strongest Beatle? ChatGPT is like, the Beatles were a British rock band. Thanks, man.
Let's see. Ringo, he hit things for a living. That's one thought.
Now that's
Patrick
interesting,
says,
but here's the thing.
Yeah.
The device that Ringo is holding to play his music is quite light. He moves it fast. I've seen Whiplash. It can get you strong, right? But it's not like you're holding a big, heavy bass guitar, for example.
Yeah.
And we all know who held the bass guitar.
Yeah, Ringo was also, according to Jay Marshall here, from a rougher section of Liverpool.
Okay.
I would say, though, George Harrison played his guitar so hard that he made it cry. So
shit, that's right. Justin has Googled George Harrison physical strength, which is awesome.
I'm seeing McCartney here was the physically strongest since he had to carry the band from 67 to 70. Okay, well that's not. That's you're just having fun.
That's not.
Unless that's true. Unless that was like before they had like enough money for cars. Yeah, get on.
Everybody on my back.
Do that again. Sorry, Travis. No more from either of us as Justin does.
Everybody on my back. Everyone in the rickshaw. We're going to the rickshaw.
Wait, sorry, Paul. Speak up.
Everybody in the rickshaw. Time for another concert. You made me do that. I don't want to be Jim.
And it's me, George Harrison, the American one.
The guy from fucking Moulin Rouge. Jim, Jim
Broadbent?
Thank you, Jim Broadbent from Moulin Rouge. Like every British guy has to eventually become a carnival barker, trying to get you to come in and sleep with Nicole Kidman.
Oh, Paul, you're so strong.
It's really good. Paul, now it does look like you're physically in pain while you do it, Griffin. You had to dislocate several vertebrae to do it.
Gotten so strong, Paul. Paul, what have you been eating, Paul? You're so strong now.
A little more, please.
Just.
I'm imagining you in the back of the car and no one is responding to you. You're just like the other Beatles are like averting their gaze and you're obsessed.
Paul, I feel so safe, Paul. Give me a hug, Paul.
He can't. He's pulling the rickshaw. He can't hug you now, George.
Get the ramp, Paul.
Kick on the nose.
Paul, we're being chased. Paul, we're being chased by babes again, Paul. Hit the nose. It hurts my neck.
It hurts my neck to look at.
Shit, we had a fucking wiki how we did not even
get into it.
I mean, okay, method 1, show off with subtle motions. 1, do a face wipe. Is it a little hot out today? Wipe your face with the bottom of your shirt to show off the ab muscles.
Oh, okay.
It is 29 degrees outside today, so I need something that can maybe get me through a little more of the year. Something that
I
is a
did
little bit
think
more
they meant
consistent.
like wipe my face with like the back of my hand so hard that I'm flexing. Oh,
the
sweat's really stuck on there.
When I'm at the Iron Church grinding out splats and I see somebody do that maneuver, it can work. It can work. It has to look like there was no other thing for you to wipe your face. 1, there was too much sweat for you to just like kind of do a hand gesture with it. 2, there was nothing else in the area that you could have used as a face wipe instead. If I see you do that with your shirt and I see your incredible torso, of course, great work, excellent work in there. It can work, but it's hard.
I think it's weird to try to show off your muscles while working out at the gym. Because, like, we're all going to be like, yeah, man, we're all here.
Yeah, we've all got them. Look around. We all are equally strong here.
We're all here at the gym. We're all doing this. This is what that place is for. You need to show off your muscles at places where people least expect it. If you can figure out a way to show off your muscles while doing one of those, like, self-serve yogurt places that lets you mix different yogurts, and you're able to, like, do with you're pulling the lever in such a way that someone's like, look at that fucking Triceps.
You guys ever...
When I worked at TCBY, I was smashing... left and right, dog. With that perfect 7-ounce pour.
Smashing what?
That like and subscribe button.
Yeah.
Have you guys actually ever done the maneuver where you lift your shirt up and dab your head? Man, you feel so good. Like to have that level of physical exertion in your day-to-day life.
I've done it to blow my nose.
Okay.
Oh, gross.
No, I would never blow my nose.
Perform an arm fold. Slowly fold your arms. I always forget which one goes in front.
And look like a bad boy.
And push your wrists upwards. Push your wrists upwards a bit. Boost them.
That's cheating, though, because then you're just pushing your muscles up.
Yeah,
so,
but
I'm sitting like this.
Yeah.
And then someone comes to me and they're like, dang, looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look like I'm trying to stay warm through a Russian winter.
Yeah.
Just holding my body physically close.
I do sometimes rock like this, not to showcase my muscles, but just because sometimes my arms just get so dang heavy that I need a little bit of little truss,
a break,
a little truss here in the action.
I do that if I'm trying to carry a bunch of eggs safely.
Yes,
and I don't have a carton. I'm just
say,
line them up.
I will say I do the pulling up the bottom of my shirt technique quite a bit, but usually it is to transport toys and Legos out of the bathtub.
Yeah.
In bulk back down into the toy zone.
And Gus is like, damn, Dad, look at those hams. You've been splatting hard, brother. A high five. Oh, you dropped my Legos. Oh, I shouldn't have tried to high five you while you was carrying my dang Legos, Dad.
So pretend to stretch, yawn, or scratch the back of your head. I don't need to. I am always doing one of those three things basically all of the time.
Yeah.
Lean and shift your weight to turn your body into a work of art.
Sculpt it.
And that's how to like subtly do it without seeming like you're trying.
You never just, sometimes I am standing up in public and feeling tired, but there's no chair nearby. I'll try a lean. And it never, as soon as I complete the lean, I'm like, fuck, I wish I hadn't have done that. Because now I look like I'm in The Outsiders, chilling, bracing myself against the wall.
You also have, the leaning is cool. If you see someone leaning, that's cool. But no one looks cool, like pushing against the wall, and you're like, I'm getting up from my lean.
Yeah.
Everyone get out of the way.
I'm 40,
trying to watch
I'm
me
40
stand
hard
up.
years old. And I'm worried that if I shift my body to a different position without at least an hour of preparation, I'm going to hurt myself. Like, I just started to lean, and the carcinogen, my body is turning into a crab, slowly over time. And my body was like, nope, we don't move like that. That's not the way your body moves.
So pay attention to your walk.
With Christ.
And keep your grades up.
If I pay too close attention to my walk while doing it, I will fall down.
I will fall right immediately down. That's one of those. That's one of those things that if I start a grain of sand in the cogs of my gait, and I am fucking down. I am on the floor. Dress professionally while still looking fit.
Like
dress to show
tight?
off. This is at work. So if you're at work, dress professionally while still looking fit. This is no longer so much about how to subtly show off your muscles, or is it?
I mean, if your clothes are so tight that someone could see your abs, I suppose.
Man.
Or maybe it's like, oh, you wear it, and then it's just like, oh, let me pick that up. I ripped out of my ding shirt again. I'm getting too swole. I mean, everybody's got water coolers, right? The water cooler.
That's true.
Are you saying what I think you're saying, which is fill up a cup of water, oops, splash it all over your chest?
No,
is that what you're saying?
No, I
to
was
let the
more saying it's
musculature
like
ripple.
I've been in jobs where the water cooler is empty, and everybody's like, "Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to be the one to switch." And if you're the guy who switches, I mean, I don't think you need to show muscles for people to be like, "That's Derek. Derek switches the water coolers. He's the strongest person in the office."
Not me, and I'll tell you why. Because that could be a fake water cooler, like one that looks like it's full of water, but it's really light. I've been tricked so many times by people. Like, watch me pick up this couch, and it's an inflatable couch, and
I hate that.
It gets me every fucking time.
If I was the strong guy in the office who did the water, I would do it at the same time every day, and then everybody in the office who liked guys like me, they would be like, "Psst, it's 11:30.
Yeah,
it's time."
They would crack they would crack their ice cold Diet Cokes.
Yeah, they would kind of like, watch him. I don't want you to be no slave. And I'll be like strong, like got the thing on my shoulder, like, no problem, everybody.
Yeah.
But I'd make an event out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sell tickets.
It's got to be
Sell
an
ticket.
event.
Yeah, for sure. Why not? Okay, I mean, the next sort of step in this process, I think, is actually quite ingenious, and that is working out. So step one, put in extra time working out on muscles that stand out. This is the point that I had not even considered until Wikipedia kind of opened my eyes to it, is if your body is huge enough, you have no choice but to show off your work. If your body's huge enough, everyone is going to see it no matter what, and they'll know. They'll know. You won't need to pick up any water coolers or
nobody
wipe your face.
like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Vin the Man Diesel. They don't have to like show off their money. You just know that they're
That's a dumb thing to say. That's a dumb thing to say because they're shirtless, like tank topped. I mean, in all their films,
ballers.
like
non-ballers,
what? Not in ballers, Justin.
Non-ballers.
But it exists. But we knew.
He ain't nude in ballers, Justin.
Not in ballers, Justin. He's in a suit and ballers, Justin.
He's in a suit and ballers,
but
bro.
you already knew him from the wrestling. Like your first exposure to him was in underwear. Like everyone knew about his musculature.
That was so long ago. I don't know if he's still strong. Yes,
that was The Rock, Justin. I'm talking about
so
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
There's a step in here that just says blast your triceps. When it comes to big arms, biceps get all the glory, but a double bicep flex is also an obvious over-the-top way to show off your muscles. Biceps and triceps are opposing muscle groups, so when one is working and flexing, the other is relaxed. That's interesting. I never thought about that, but only one side of your arm can be big at one time, the top or the bottom.
Do they outline in there what the triceps sort of are and what you might do to do them? Like,
to blast
you know what I mean? Like,
to
blast them.
Well,
the biceps are your pickup muscles. The triceps are your put down muscles.
Or your set down muscles. So what you can do, Justin, is get something really heavy. Don't pick it up, but set it down a whole bunch of times.
Yeah. In fact, have a rack with a bunch of heavy things up high. You're going to pick it up, put it down. Pick it up, put it down.
Get a
and
friend.
Then get your friend who has huge triceps and weak biceps.
Yeah. This is the problem, though, is if your triceps are huge and your bicep is small, in cartoons, that is how they depict weakness.
Okay,
they depict... Oh, shit.
I got my green screen here. It's the heaviest thing I could reach. So you're saying if I lift up like this right here is my bicep.
Yeah, extend them. Extend that.
Yeah,
it doesn't look any better.
How wild would it be if our story ended with Justin dropping a green screen on his head and dying in this?
He went out the way he lived.
On tape.
Someone, please.
Justin, do you need me to come lift that up for you? I can protect you.
Get over here, please.
Okay, we need to go to the money zone so I can have time to rescue Justin.
Drive over here, Travis, please. Fuck!
It's better with you. It's better.
Justin's dead, so I've lost a huge source of revenue. But luckily, I've been using Rocket Money to save and to manage my subscriptions and my payments and all those things. You know, it's a new year. It's time to out with the old. And no new. Don't do new. You've got too many subscription services, and you know you do.
Do what the fuck you want with your finances. Just be smart about it, and Rocket Money helps you do that. Don't listen to Travis saying, don't do this, don't do this.
Okay.
Just keep your head on a swivel. Rocket Money does that for you.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want, man. I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money. You work hard for that shit.
Okay.
Sorry, Sam, go ahead.
I was just trying to talk about our sponsor, our advertiser this week, Rocket Money. I didn't know why you came in with such heat about what I was trying to say, which is like, you know, you signed up for a free trial or something, used it once, and you forgot to unsubscribe, and now you're paying like $9.99 a month for it, and you completely forgot about it, and Rocket Money will be like, hey, did you know you're paying $9.99 for this thing? And then like they'll help you like shut it down because, man, sometimes canceling those subscriptions, they'll make you like jump through hoops and bend over backwards and show off your triceps, and they won't let you cancel it easy. You know what I mean? You got to fight them, and Rocket Money will fight for you, literally.
For you.
Yeah.
And they have over 5 million users and have helped save its members an average of $720 a year. That's like one coffee a day. I have no idea how much coffee is.
Travis and I have a little bit of financial beef right now, just to provide some context to my flare up earlier, in that I did turn the first floor of my house into a franchise Ron John surf shop. Yeah. And Travis thinks that was a fucking stupid thing. That was not a good way to spend my money. He spent a lot of the holiday break giving me a hard time for the Ron John surf shop that I run out of the first floor of my house now.
I'm going to be honest with you, Griffin. A big part of that is you brought it to me as an investment opportunity, and I said, that's fucking dumb. And now I've seen all the success that you've gotten from it, and I'm feeling a little jealous. I'm feeling stupid for not believing in your dream. And now here you are, a billionaire. You've been invited to be one of the new sharks on Shark Tank because of your successful Ron Johnson
$1 billion out of my Ron John. I've sold $1 billion of merchandise from my unauthorized Ron John surf shop.
And I could have gotten in on the ground floor. And I'm sorry. I didn't believe in you. This is just like when you bought that zoo. And I was like, this is ridiculous. And then it saved your family.
Right. I saved my whole family, and I made another billion off that one. And
how did you make $1 billion off a zoo, by the way?
Yeah, exactly. I sold a lot of eggs. So anyway, Rocket Money's
selling cheetah eggs.
Rocket Money is a good app that saves you money. Rachel and I literally did this yesterday. We literally opened up Rocket Money and saw that there were a couple of services we were subscribed to in Austin still. And Rocket Money was like, hey, please let us help you with this. And so it's fucking great. And they help you save a bunch of money. I don't know why we have to advertise Rocket Money. I don't know why anyone does. It's wild. It's money that should be yours. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/mybrother. That's rocketmoney.com/mybrother, rocketmoney.com/mybrother.
If you have recently moved or you're looking for a new physician for any reason, it doesn't have to be anything like that.
I'm looking for a cooler doctor. I mean, my doctor's
cooler
fine.
doctor. I mean, that's all.
I want a doctor that skateboards in, like vaping.
Yeah.
Yes.
But how do you find the coolest doctor that loves to vape and isn't going to give you a hard time about it? Well, go to ZocDoc. It's a free app and website where you can search and compare highly rated in-network doctors near you and instantly book appointments with them online. If you've ever had to look for a doctor, you know that it is a really overwhelming experience. I mean, my wife's a doctor, and I still struggle with it regularly. I know, it's tough, but ZocDoc makes it a lot easier. You can filter specifically for the ones that take your insurance. So you're only going to get the high quality results.
There's an asterisk there because they can't say that you can filter for doctors that vape, but if it says that the doctor takes your insurance, that
means they vape.
It means they take your insurance.
It means they vape.
No, that means, legally speaking, that means they take your insurance.
Wink.
There is no way to find out if doctors vape on ZocDoc.
The term pediatrician means that doctor vapes.
Yeah.
So now you know that for sure.
Go to ZocDoc.com/mybrother and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/mybrother, ZocDoc.com/mybrother.
Hello, everyone out there. Thank you for coming to our service.
Yes.
We are ready to heal you. We are Ross and Carrie. We are faith healers. Yes, you there.
Yes, sir. You have a spirit of
not listening to enough podcasts.
We have the solution for that.
Oh, we can cure you.
You should listen to Oh No, Ross and Carrie. Hallelujah. It's on Maximum Fun.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you there. Gladys.
A spirit of boredom?
Oh my goodness, we have the solution for you. It is to listen to the podcast
Oh No, Ross and Carrie.
The human mind can be tricky. Your mental health can be complex. Your emotional life can be complicated. So it helps to talk about it. I'm John Moe. Join me each week on my show, Depression Mode with John Moe. It's in-depth conversations about mental health with writers, musicians, comedians, doctors, and experts. Folks like Noah Kahn, Sashir Zameda, and Surgeon General Vivek Murthy. We talk about depression, anxiety, trauma, imposter syndrome, and perfectionism. We have the kind of conversations that a lot of folks are hesitant to have themselves. Listen, and you won't feel as alone, and you'll have some laughs too. Depression Mode from Maximum Fun at MaximumFun.org or wherever you get your podcasts.
I want a munch.
Squad.
I want to munch.
Squad.
Welcome to Munch Squad's podcast, the podcast profiling the latest greatest in brand eating. Guys, we were away for so long, and then there was the Christmas holidays where we weren't talking about it, and I just have like a few
please.
to update you on.
Okay.
Okay.
First up, Chex Mix Cheesy Pizza Remix. Really good.
I don't like that they have mix in there twice.
Too bad.
Okay.
It's really
that means,
good.
Travis, they took when they remix the Chex Mix, they separate. So there's like a little pouch of Melba toast and a little sack of almonds.
So I have a bevy. I have an assortment of stories for you. First off, I just want to let you guys know, BK is inviting you to have it your way with
finally
Havesies. That's HAVE-SIES.
To what end?
That's not what I don't think that's what Havesies is it?
Luckily for guests at Burger King, they no longer have to worry about deciding between fries or onion rings. Burger King, home of the flame-grilled Whopper sandwich, is what it's not like. There's just calling it a sandwich is really wild, y'all. It's once again redefining what it means to have it your way with an all-new side. Havesies.
It's not new. It's not new. It sounds like to me, Justin, they've mixed pre-existing onion rings and fries.
No. It's Havesies. Say farewell to the frustration of picking just one side.
Thank God.
And hello to finally enjoying both fries and onion rings just the way the drive-thru, dining room, and, well, world should be.
Yeah.
Burger King is all about letting guests have it their way. And while the flame-grilled Whopper sandwich is often the star of the show, that also includes side options when ordering combo meals, said Pat O'Toole, Chief Marketing Officer of Burger King
I'll
North
fucking
America.
say.
Yeah. We know guests love our onion rings that they can't get anywhere else, but it's hard to give up on the classic French fries. So we're excited to offer them both.
There's onion rings other places.
Nope.
Not really, pal.
Not really. Name one. Go. I'm putting you on the spot. Go.
A different BK? The one down the street?
So you understand. Yeah, no, they're not. You understand that all the Burger Kings across the country aren't competing with each other, right, Travis? It's not like a Highlander situation.
I don't know about all that.
Super quick. Duncan, welcome back the beloved pink velvet macchiato.
Fuck yes.
Is that a donut or a drink or a what?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a macchiato. It was 2 days after Christmas. They're back with this pink drink. It's making its highly anticipated comeback after 1,037 days. Set to debut as a part of a new seasonal menu launching nationwide on December 27th, the Pink Velvet Macchiato adds a new twist to the season, as well as the Pancake Wake-Up Wrap.
Pancake Wake-Up Wrap. Pancake Wake-Up Wrap.
Did they put the number of days in there? Because that's 3 years.
Yeah, 1,037. Responding to a flood of DMs, fan mail, petitions, and heartfelt pleas, Duncan is thrilled to bring back the Pink Velvet Macchiato, a sensation since it first debuted in January 2020. This visually striking layered drink captured hearts with its bold espresso, red velvet cake flavor, and notes of cream cheese frosting.
Hey, I don't want to be that guy, but if it was a sensation, why'd they stop selling it?
I mean, that's always the question. I guess pink got expensive, and they stopped selling it. That's usually how these things work. Their pink supplier
they
went
were
out of business or
licensing
something.
it from Pink.
They make pink dye by squishing up pink bugs that they find out in exotic parts of the world, and they were running low on pink bugs. So,
yeah, they're chitinous, and they are rare. I wanted real quick before we go though, before we close the door on some of these like little things that didn't. Oh, there's a calzone, a cheesy calzone epic stuffed crust pizza at Papa John's. That's just like a heads up.
Okay.
So it's got
that
ricotta
just
in it.
feels like
Just
you're
heads up.
talking about something you're excited about, Justin. That doesn't feel
Just like the Chex Mix cheesy pizza
Okay,
remix.
yeah.
Yes, Travis. I'm trying to bring more useful
What if
information
you
in
could
the Munch
stuff
Pod.
a calzone with a cheesy pizza remix Chex Mix?
Now that was the news you could use. Now I have for you guys what in the entire time I've been doing Munch Squad.
oh boy.
Is the single sweatiest press release that seemed the hardest to write,
Oh man.
the most lost, the saddest, maybe the saddest person. I don't want to read into them, but I think their life is sad because
All
they're
right.
lonely or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know
Something's
why,
off.
but it just
Something's off.
they seem like a sad person. The headline is this: Duncan introduces new salted caramel creamer, sweet meets salty for your cup of coffee at home. At home. Sweet meets salty for your cup of
We've
coffee.
done it.
At home.
At home.
Now, just so you guys don't think I'm not editorializing. Like, look at that's the headline. Sweet meets salty for your cup of coffee at home. Don't read ahead. Oh, I know you guys, you stinkers. Okay.
I read the whole damn
Duncan
thing,
recognizes that everyone has their flavor preferences. Now there's no need to choose between sweet and salty in your cup of coffee.
Oh, my Lanta.
Jesus Christ. Can I get the salty? Can I get the salty coffee,
here,
please? Pass the salt, my man.
Maybe a salted coffee today.
You know what? I hate to do it. It's so wasteful, but I'm going to have to buy a salted coffee and a sweet coffee and dump half of it out and mix it together because it's the only way.
The only fucking way.
Dunkin' has introduced a new Dunkin' Salted Caramel Creamer available on retail and grocery shelves. So it'll be like grocery stores and like Best Buy. I guess you can get it there too. After selling out a caramel cold brew in the summer 2022 and serving up approximately 6 million salted caramel cold brews in Dunkin' restaurants this past summer, Dunkin' heard fans loud and clear they can't get enough of salted caramel in their cup. It partnered
but
with
they don't know where to get it. Up until now, they're like, hey, we love this stuff. Is there any way? How do we replicate this at home?
How do we get the salty and the sweet flavors together?
I'm so tired of choosing between sweet and salty coffee.
You flavor magi's. How do you do it?
It partnered with the at-home coffee and creamer experts at Danone to bring the flavor home in another format with a delightfully sweet and subtly salty caramel coffee creamer.
Shut the fuck up.
And it's now available for at-home enjoyment. Could you just not say everything the weirdest anybody's ever said it? Every single sentence, please. This is a quote. From fan favorite Dunkin' Extra Extra Creamer to limited time seasonal creamers, Dunkin' knows the importance that flavor plays in a morning cup of coffee. Oh. And so does Danone. That's from Callie Goodwin, the VP of marketing over there at Danone. We are thrilled to introduce salted caramel creamer to the Dunkin' portfolio, giving fans another restaurant-inspired creamer to enjoy. And then the person's still standing there in front of Callie with their notepad, like, say something else. Like, it's not long enough yet, Callie. Okay. Salted creamer has been such a success in stores, so we wanted to bring that same excitement to the at-home coffee experience as well.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
Do you see what we're saying here? Because you guys liked it, and we like money, but you're not always at our store.
You don't live at a Dunkin' Donuts. Unfortunately, we wish we could figure that out.
You'd think that it would be over then, right? But then there's another paragraph, and it says, when it comes to coffee creamer culture and habits, Dunkin' and Danone unite to deliver the flavors that coffee lovers crave for their morning brew at home. With the new salted caramel creamer...
Did it start over?
Is this on repeat? Is there a DSL coda in this press release?
With the new salted caramel creamer, consumers can now find that same salty, sweet flavor they order from the coffee shop right in their fridge.
Fuck yeah. It's the second stanza, Travis. The second movement
is the next paragraph. Help me! I'm trapped in a time loop.
No, but
I have to learn to be a good dad and a better husband, or I'll never get out of here.
With the new salted caramel creamer, consumers can enjoy that same salty sweet flavor they order from the coffee shop right at home in their own fridge, alongside fan favorite extra creamy and extra sweet Dunkin' Extra Extra Creamer. The salted caramel creamer is the latest permanent addition
to
Dunkin's
Stop acting like it's not.
At-home coffee creamer lineup.
Is there a corresponding but opposite press release that you're supposed to read in a dialogue with this that makes it make sense? Where there's like a very like disbelieving voice. There's like, there's no way.
No way.
I don't buy it. No, I'm telling you. No.
It's true.
So you're saying I can only have it at the store? No.
One flavor at a time, though, right? Not both flavors.
Imagine you're reading this whole press release and you're like, wait, but how big are the bottles? Offered in 32-ounce bottles at an SRP of $4.49. It's making its way to Target and other major retailers worldwide. Dunkin' is always finding ways to help fans run on their favorite flavors throughout the year. And then it tells you how to find out more about that.
Literally, what more is there to find out? Sorry, if there was more to find out, they would have said it in this 16-page long press release.
This is not arbitrary. The last most pointless press release I read was in the summer of 2023, and it was extra pink lemonade gum.
Yeah,
that had its entire press release. And I'm going to say that Dunkin' introduces new salted caramel creamer sweetmeat salty for the sweetmeat salty for your cup of coffee at home has taken its place. So congratulations, Dunkin'. You went above and beyond.
We stand at the cusp. This is like the first episode of Mad Men. We stand at the cusp of a PR revolution because there's a different way of doing things. If this press release had come across your desk and just said the Dunkin' Donuts flavor, the salty sweet Dunkin' Donuts flavor is now with you. You can control the Dunkin' Donuts
the power is yours.
Flavor. The Dunkin' Donuts sweet salty coffee flavor that we make in our buildings, you can now make in your building.
Yeah, the means of production belongs to the people now.
It is less than $5, and you can have the flavors that we make.
It already got redundant halfway through the headline.
Yes.
So you know that it's like the article is not going to do you any favors. It was probably written by ChatGPT. I don't know that for sure. I think it's definitely possible.
It's fun to read a ChatGPT that feels like you also gave it a word count. So like a student could use ChatGPT to write a paper, and even ChatGPT feels sweaty by the end of it. And like, so Abraham Lincoln was the president for sure.
I'm a little worried about it though, because I've been pretty stringent about it. I'm really trying not to support any sort of like AI in the creative fields as much as I can.
Not even
and
I
don't like the idea of our beloved maniacal fast food press release writers to be subsumed by the machine. Like I don't like that. I want that to be a human job.
Yeah,
you want people to be made sad by this job.
Chipotle has a robot that mashes up that cuts up the avocados and peels them. Remember that guy?
I needed a human to tell me about that. I don't want a robot to tell me about that because
then all you'll hear about is the robots. Exciting new news.
Yeah.
Guess what? We figured out how to smash the avocados too.
Human taste buds will thrive.
Thank you so much for listening to our podcast. We hope you have enjoyed yourself. We hope you got a lot out of it. Hope you grew as a person.
Yeah.
Hope you're enjoying 20 Fungalore in whatever way you observe.
Thank you to Montaigne for the use of our theme song, My Life is Better With You. It's a great track and a great experience.
Yeah. You're going to learn, you're going to grow, you're going to love.
The experience of Montaigne's My Life is Better With You is now available in your home and automobile.
Wanted to let everybody know, we got a couple of exciting announcements. First, we got some new merch up in the merch store. You can go to McElroymerch.com. We got the Three Brothers Moon shirt there. If you haven't seen it, it's really great, and I love it very much. And Candle Nights items are still available. Go check those out. And 10% of all merch proceeds this month will go to World Central Kitchen, which uses the power of food to nourish communities and strengthen economies through times of crisis and beyond. We also want to say very exciting thank you to everybody. Last year, we were able to donate $125,000 to 18 different nonprofits, including Harmony House, the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund, Immunize.org, Equality Florida, the First Nations Development Institute, the Transgender Law Center, and World Central Kitchen. And that's thanks to y'all through supporting through the merch and like candle nights and different stuff. And it's really amazing. We wouldn't be able to do that without you.
Thank you all so much. Again, I cannot stress this enough. It means the world to us. It is very life affirming. We do not tell those organizations about you when we bring in these giant checks.
Yeah.
It's just us. Every single one of those orgs, when they see us roll up with our big checks, they're like, wow, damn, where does it come from? And it's like, elbow grease is what we say. We do not tell them about you.
Also wanted to let everyone know I'm going to be at Sketchfest coming up February 4th doing the Traventure Zone, a night of Dungeons and Dragons and also comedians. I'm going to be running a game. The players are Eugene Cordero, Danny Fernandez, Ron Funches, Erica Ishii, and Connor Ratliff.
Wow.
It's going to be an absolute blast.
It's a fucking lineup, man.
Thank you. You can go to sketchfest.com to get those tickets. That's one more time, February 4th, sketchfest.com. Come see the show. It's going to be super fun.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us. Let's...
Do we do a sound bath or whisper our wishes to Fungalore? I can't remember.
I feel like we would need to workshop that bit before we deployed it live on
what
set.
about... Okay. maybe we could close the show with a silent wish to Fungalord.
No one. So we don't say it out loud?
We don't say it out loud. And the listener can set their intentions for the rest of their week.
That's
by
cool.
making their silent wish to Fungalord.
But we won't do any. This is fucking huge juice.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it's silence. The bit is silence.
Yeah. Okay. We need a chime or something. We need some sort of thing to let people know.
Now,
to begin
no one get
wish.
mad at me, but let me see what buttons I have.
My buttons. Okay.
Okay. So Justin has turned his voice into the devil's voice, which is the opposite sort of vibe than what we were going.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
so you guys have buttons too?
I don't think this is an accident, Travis. I think he's trying out some new gizmos and gadgets.
Okay, guys. Who knew that we had this show's gonna be funny again? Because this is good. This is good.
This is really good.
What the fuck? How come both of you guys have buttons and I don't have buttons?
You should you need to get some buttons, Griffin. I don't know.
Oh, this sucks.
Oh, there's a censor. Mother.
We should have been using that the whole time. We said some stuff.
Are we sure that the sounds are making it into the recording? Because there's nothing funnier to me than you guys just yelling.
Griffin, I can say with 100% certainty they are not.
Okay, great.
Justin McElroy.
I'm Travis McElroy.
This is my brother. He kissed your dad square on the lips.
It's better with you. It's better with you. My life, it's better with you. This is true. It's better with two. My life, it's better with you.
Maximum Fun,
a worker-owned network
of artist-owned shows,
supported directly by you.